that not everyone knows about me is I love tea. I have always loved tea ever since I was younger, and well, personally my favorite was always peppermint. But as I've gotten older, I've gotten a little bit more creative and I've started mixing things up and trying different flavors, and it's been very enjoyable for me. It's one of my favorite hobbies. So that's exactly why I've created this segment of my channel, just so I can share with you my love for tea. The first tea that I have made for you today is matcha tea. Matcha tea is my favorite to have in the morning because of the caffeine content, and the caffeine also sustains you through the day better than a cup of coffee would. It doesn't have as much caffeine in it as coffee does, but like I said, it does sustain you longer, and also it doesn't give you that jittery feeling. I have a lot of caffeine sensitivity, so matcha is my way to get that hit, I guess. I also love the other health benefits of matcha. It helps with brain fog, it's high in antioxidants, among other things as well. It's just a great tea to have. And now I'm going to show you how I make my perfect cup of matcha tea in the morning.
Okay, so what you want to do first is you want to take your matcha tea. Here I am using T2's Organic Matcha. They have some pretty good teas, this brand, so you want to grab a teaspoon of that, add it to your bowl. Oops. Take your whisk and your water, pour your water into your bowl. You want to make sure that your water is no more and no less than 176 degrees Fahrenheit. That is about 80 degrees Celsius. It's important that you have it at that temperature because if it's too hot, then the leaves will burn and it'll give you a bitter kind of taste, and it doesn't taste nearly as nice. If it's too less, then you'll get kind of, I don't know, just a very dulled flavor, and it's not as nice either. So 176 degrees Fahrenheit is the way to go. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking that matcha and water and I'm just whisking it. This really helps combine it all. I'm using my whisk. It's a bamboo whisk. I got it from Amazon. You can get it from eBay. They're pretty readily available these days. They're pretty inexpensive as well, so it shouldn't be too hard getting one. I definitely recommend using these whisks though, because it just really helps get all of the matcha really stirred up into the water. There's nothing worse than having clumpy matcha. Trust me, I have been there. All right. Once that's done and it's nice and foamy on the top, you'll want to take your glass and go ahead and pour it in. Next, you want to use your sweetener. If you are using a sweetener, you don't have to. You can just use milk and matcha. That's totally fine. But I personally like it a little bit sweeter. It helps enhance the flavor. So I'm using Manuka honey here. I'm just going to take a little bit and add it in. You can use whatever sweetener you want, but I do love Manuka honey because of its health benefits. You could definitely use stevia as well. Really, any sweetener works. Make sure it's all combined. And there you go. Now you want to take your heated milk and you want to add it at this point. Now the type of milk you do use does change the flavor. So if you use something like coconut milk, it will have a bit more of a coconut taste. If you use almond milk, it will have obviously more of an almond milk taste. Here I'm just using normal dairy milk. I hope you enjoyed this new series on my channel. I'll be posting new videos every Tuesday. Bottoms up!